Whoa, wow. Well, welcome to number 45, episode 45 of Dead Air. Hello, Redban. What's going on?
What's up?
There's Bad Ashley there. There they are. That's the Bad Ashley band. Aren't they nice?
They look very nice.
They all have 2 ears and a nose. And they're doing the music for Dead Air. I got Mariah, Drew Carey is back. And for the third time.
It's my fourth time.
Is it your fourth time? I have May 26th of this year and 7/15. This should be your third time, if I'm not mistaken.
No, I came once with Michael that other time, and then I came
I'm not counting
Jeff
the first time that you were the driver for...
yeah, I was just a driver. Okay, third
So
time.
I'm just counting your performances. That was kind of... I just dragged you in.
Yeah, I was dragged.
And she brought with her today her distinguished husband, Chris.
Hello.
Woo-hoo. Hello, Chris. I can't wait to get involved and hear your story. You really made out like a bandit here with this one over here. It should be pretty interesting. We're waiting on Sam Tripoli. He's running a little late. There was a mattress, apparently, that, they never tie those mattresses down the way they're supposed to on the freeway. They got to tie those mattresses down. And the mattress came off, and I think that's what's holding them up right now.
That's why we left early.
Yeah.
We were like, what if there's a mattress?
Yeah.
Chris, weighing in right away. Way to go, man. No.
You gotta think about it. This is LA, man. There's mattresses falling out of the sky.
No, it's okay, Chris. I was mocked last week, and I guess you're gonna start mocking me right off the bat as we start. No, it's great to have you. I got a lot of information I want to give out, and I hope everybody's okay. And we're getting the vaccination. Everybody's excited about that. Yes. Why didn't they have to make one that needs to be in dry ice? Why couldn't they make something? What is this, an ice cream cake?
Only one. I think one isn't.
Well, you shouldn't ingest dry ice either. No,
but one is dry ice and one isn't dry ice, from what I read.
Wow. And I'm getting a text here that can't be answered.
These people that have got the vaccine, and they had Bell palsy.
No side effects. No side effects whatsoever.
Bells. You ever had Bell palsy?
No.
I haven't, but I thought I did once.
My sister had it once.
Oh, man.
Half my face went numb one time when I had to go to the ER, but I didn't have it.
What the fuck was that?
They don't know what I had or why it happened.
No, that's your face.
It was just my face, yeah.
So if you haven't tuned into Dead Air in the past, Mariah is a World Wide Web influencer, perhaps an actress and model and artist, and her husband is
I do stand-up
comedian and what else? Anything else you want to add to that?
No.
Have you been on Kill Tony?
No, I just gone to it.
Okay, I've seen you before.
He's never gotten called out of the bucket.
Yeah.
It's hard to get called out of the bucket. How many times have you gone to places where you rip off your little ticket and they have a raffle? It's hard as hell to, it's hard as hell to get selected.
Yeah.
You almost have to have sex with somebody to get.
What?
Let's do the weather real quick. Today's temperatures are beautiful, 71 degrees here in downtown Burbank, and it's just wonderful. 71 degrees Celsius for our friends in Canada is 21.6. The biometric pressure is 30.15 inches. The dew point is 20 degrees or Celsius negative 6.7. The winds are west out of northwest. That's a new wind direction for us. We haven't had that wind direction in the past. At 5 miles an hour. The moon is a waning crescent, 1%. You can only see 1% of the moon tonight, so it'll be dark. So if you want to, tonight's a good night to burglarize a home or do something or rip off a car. The moon won't be there, and you'll have complete darkness to do your crime. Sunset will be at 4:46 p.m. Humidity is 16%. The UV ultraviolet rays is moderate at 3. The air quality is good, which is good because all these forest fires and all this other nonsense. It's good air quality and 45 on the index scale, whatever that means. Visibility is 10 miles, of course, with no clouds in the sky. Just a beautiful day, If it wasn't for the earthquakes and the packed freeways and the palm trees and the actors and actresses, Southern California would probably be a great place to live. You know, the chance of participation is 0, and the hottest place today is in Australia at 107.1 degrees Fahrenheit, and that's 41.7 degrees Celsius, not degrees, Celsius. The coldest place is in Russia, and it's negative 64.5, way out there in the what do they call it, a tundra? You know, the tundra. You know,
Yeah.
tundra.
Yeah, that's what it is.
It must
Yeah,
be out.
drier climates, right? Is that a tundra?
Yeah, they have. It's cold and dry, and
Is the truck named after that?
all the nomads live out there. Those sheep people.
Ooh.
You know, they make their living by milking sheep, I guess. And on a slow weekend, dancing with the sheep.
Not the fur. Focus on the milk. That's where the money is.
And that's negative 53.6, so that's cold. And it's in a place called, man, listen to this. This is just crazy. I don't know if you can, I'm not even going to try to butcher this location in Russia. It's spelled EKYUCHCHYU. And it looks cold. Wow.
When the first 3 pictures come up of just ice, it's
Jesus.
look at that.
Whoa.
I kind of want to go, though.
Those people are like Eskimos, pretty much, because that's probably the part of Russia that almost touches Alaska, I would presume. And just a brutal, brutal environment. I mean, just brutal, you know.
Oh Jesus! Look at her eyelash.
Yeah,
It's crazy.
that's right before she takes the sleeping pills. Look at that. The wettest place is
My
In
bedroom.
in Tonga, Tonga, Tonga. It's I think a group of islands in Polynesia. And that's the wettest place. And earthquake watch, we had a 3.0 in Stanley, Idaho, today, maybe 6 hours ago.
Wow.
And we had one in Toga. What a coincidence! 5.1 in Toga yesterday. And in California, in the last 24 hours, we have had 13 earthquakes. So that's very good. That's the we like to. Chris, you're interested in the weather, aren't you?
Yeah, I've been really interested in humidity lately. No, for real. I have been.
Really? What
about it?
Yeah,
I bought an acoustic guitar, and I read about you have to keep the humidity right. So,
Yeah, it's true.
Yeah.
oh.
So I try and keep it at 50% in our home at all times.
I always get that mixed up, acoustic and non-acoustic. The one without the wires is
The acoustic
is
one.
the acoustic
That's
one.
the one that gets ruined by dry or overly humid.
What do you so you're a musician as well?
Yeah, I own instruments.
He's bought maybe 7 instruments during quarantine, and our home just has
And I
the...
play none of them.
You get them at pawn shops or you get them retail? Where do you
I
get
buy
them?
them online at like
On credit.
reverb.com, reverb or yeah, credit.
On credit.
Yeah. I'll see something, I'll be like, oh, I need that.
We have-
Bring your wife with you, Mariah. I bet you get a discount every time, you know.
I can haggle, actually. pretty
Guitar
well.
Center's going out of business. You
Yeah.
probably get some
What?
good shit there.
I got a little
I
drum
didn't know
thing
that.
from them.
Oh, that bums me.
That's a real niche store, huh? I mean,
Guitar
if you're
Center.
not a musician,
Are they really
I
doing
love
that?
no
Guitar
business going into
Center.
Guitar
Yeah,
Center.
it's unfortunate too because Guitar Center was my saving grace. Whenever I was out of town, I was like, "Fuck, I need a microphone. I forgot to get a cable or something like that."
The Guitar Center's great.
Hey, how you doing? All right, buddy. Chris, can you step out?
Yeah.
I want to get back to your story, though. I really do. Hello, Sam. Way to go, man. How are you? Sam Tripoli in the house.
Sorry about this.
No, we'll bring him back. We're not going to done with you, Chris. Just have a seat in the lobby, and one of the producers will be with you in a minute. So how are you, buddy? Good to see you, man.
I'm dealing, dude. The simulation is out to get me right now, so I'm doing the best I can.
And you know Mariah, right?
I've never
No.
met
Oh,
Mariah.
introduce
Hi, I'm
yourself.
Sam
It's Mariah
Tripoli.
Drew
Pleasure to
Carey.
meet you.
She's
Nice to meet you. I'm not an influencer.
Are you an influencer?
No, not in any way. No.
Good to see you, man.
Good to see you too.
This COVID really messed up the whole ball of
It really
wax.
ruins everything,
It's
huh?
like going in a pool hall and there's
Brody
no...
checked out the right time,
Yeah,
right?
he sure did.
Oh my God! You've been on the program before, so
I have. I'm. This might be my third time. I'm not sure. Am
You
I
don't
a
need to be
three-timer?
sworn in,
I
and you don't
think
need to
we're
be
tied.
sworn in.
You done 4 times?
Well, this is my I don't
This
know.
is
He
my
had it written
this
down.
is Mariah's third time. I don't count the first time she was
I was a driver. Apparently.
She was giving car service to Michael Lear. Yeah.
Oh shit.
Yeah.
What do you work on Teslas or something?
No, Michael Lair, not Elon.
Okay. Who's Michael Lair?
He's the guy on the Kill Tony in the wheelchair.
Oh, wheelchair guy.
With ALS.
Yeah. Oh man.
That's what he says.
I'm so-
I still think he's faking. You know.
might be.
I'm so happy he's still
he just-
alive.
it's a way to get attention.
Every time
you
I
know?
see him, I'm like, wow, you're still alive. Congrats. I'm so happy for you.
Everybody's nicer when you're in a wheelchair. So
Yeah, hot chicks always love to hug a guy in a wheelchair. Have you ever noticed that? That's the first thing they want to do is hug them.
Why is that?
I don't know. You girls are like, oh my God, let me
No,
hug
it's
you.
true. Like it's true.
It's just like, I feel so bad for you. You're never getting any, but I feel bad for you.
or they have fantasies of, having sex with somebody who can't possibly.
Is that a
wrap
big?
their-
I know women have midget fantasies, like this reverse
no, there's something
baby
sexy
thing.
about disabled people. I don't know what it is.
Well, I know guys are.
I don't either.
Stump.
I don't either. I don't know either.
I rep my dead air shirt all the time, dude. Everywhere I go, everywhere I
Really?
can, I let people know about the dead air.
Have you taken a photograph with it and sent it to the?
I've been on videos, multiple videos.
How is the traffic coming over here?
Dude, everyone's left LA except for the retards. They could not drive slower, worse. I fucking hate them. I get dude, there's less people here, but I've never felt more like Michael Douglas falling down in my life.
Are you going to Austin?
I don't know, man. I don't know. Right now, I'm just kind of think it's punk rock to stay here. Right? Everyone's moving. I might just stay here and just be the rebel.
I'm thinking-
Hold down until everybody comes back.
I like that.
You know? I don't know. Maybe I'll move out there. I don't know. I just think, dude, all of his fucking tech buddies are moving out there. The 4 horsemen of the tech apocalypse are going out there. The only thing left is Google. Apple. Is
Apple's there.
Apple? Is
Yeah,
Google there?
Apple's making a new plant there. Tesla's there. Google, I don't think is there yet. No.
Get out, Google. Leave. I'll fucking pack your bags. Get the fuck out.
Oh man, you missed the weather, Sam. But I guess you probably don't. You
He
don't
was
want
just outside.
Do you want me to do it again?
No, I'd love to hear the weather, please.
You want, no, I guess-
Yeah, I need the weather.
Are you mocking me? You don't want to.
No way, dude. I love the weather. Hey, does your friend do a lot of meth?
Which friend is that?
The guy who you brought on my conspiracies now is just like,
he was on. He
by
was
the
on.
way,
Dead
everybody
Air.
thinks I'm on
Remember
meth all
the
the
guy?
time.
Which one?
The guy that you said he was messing with the audio. He was making too much noise. with his
Oh,
mouth.
yeah, that's what I thought. Here's a.
Yeah, we don't know if that's a prescription medication problem
Probably.
or a
a lot of people think I'm fucking on speed all the time because I can't sit still, but this is how I listen like this.
So today in history, I want to go over a few exciting things that happened
Oh,
today
good.
in
I
history.
love history.
And
How are you there, but you're also there? It's weird.
Redban's technology.
It's so weird. Are they cloning people?
This is a compliment.
Isn't
I've
she
always
beautiful?
thought she was hot.
Yeah.
isn't she
Thank
beautiful?
Thank you.
Well, she'll be in a dumpster soon, so you can take her.
Why, dude? Why? Are you shutting this down?
I'll be there
Eventually,
someday,
probably.
too.
Yeah. it's-
Once we get
Why don't
Holtzman
you
to move,
fucking auction it off?
because it takes too much time.
Be like, hey, buy this, but you gotta come pick it up too.
Right.
I want her, but I don't.
Take her.
That's like every woman I've ever been with.
So what happened today in history? Let's start off with 1791.
Oh, good year.
The U.S. Bill of Rights became law by the Virginia General Assembly was ratified. So the original Constitution, you're big on the Constitution because they've been taking your constitutional rights away.
First Amendment, Second Amendment. It looks like a big black dick, but it's meant to be a gun.
Oh man, let me see that. Show the camera
cool.
that.
It's supposed to be a shotgun, but it looks like
never
a
seen
giant
that
black
before.
cock.
Whoa man, look at Sam. He's
So I'm
not
thinking about having it redone.
Sam is not fucking around.
First
He's
Amendment.
not- this is right up your alley then. So
Yeah.
so in 1788, the Constitution was signed, but then what do they call it? The Federalists, the anti-Federalists, they wanted 10 amendments added, which have to do more with our rights, and that's what happened today. And
Today in history.
so what they are is the number one was you can protest, you can petition, freedom of religion, speech, press. Yeah. Second one was the bear arms. On your arm. Isn't that great?
Which is BEAR, not BARE, which seems like it would be, right?
Don't ask me with the spelling.
Do you own a gun, dog?
No, I have no firearms in the house.
Why? It's your right. You should buy
State
a
order.
gun.
State order.
I own a gun.
You do? What kind of
I'm
gun?
afraid of shooting myself in the
guy
penis.
out there knows the kind. We just had. Chris, what kind of gun is it? We have a
Mossberg.
Nice. Can you look that up, dude? What type of gun? I own a Chris Vector. Chris Vector.
Where do you get ammunition for that?
Just go down the street, dude. This is like this
Gun
is like-
alley.
Yeah. This is like
It's right. Yeah, there's the gun shop is right there.
yeah. There's like
There's
three.
multiple?
Yeah.
Yeah, there's 3.
What?
One on each side of the studio and then one down the street.
What is that, dude? That's what you got, Mossberg, like that? That's pretty fucking cool.
That's
We got
not.
it with the buttstock though. It's longer one. It's not like a.
It's like really big and long and like dark army
What is
green
that
and weather
one?
resistant.
What's that one? I like that. What is that?
Safety Harbor Firearms. AOW Mossberger.
Dude, I like that gun. I haven't bought a gun.
There was a place in Okinawa called Mossberger. That was a restaurant.
where you can eat and buy guns. Do you own any guns, Redban?
A few. But you know the thing that in Texas when I was there a couple of weeks ago, what happens a lot, I guess.
Your
is-
hometown?
Yeah, my hometown, Texas, is I heard that a lot of people have been going into shooting ranges and committing suicide.
Oh, that happens a lot.
Yeah, I didn't know how much that happened.
But they have a law or a rule at a lot of shooting ranges here where you can't go alone. You have to bring a friend. Because that does happen.
That was my biggest fear working at the police department. That one of the cops would take his own life. You know, I'd be getting dressed for work and get sprayed with brain matter.
Well, you can look up and
you never know when they're going to do it. You
they
know,
have marks on the ceilings.
So number 3 was no soldiers in the house. You couldn't take over people's homes. You know, when there was a war going on, they could just say, get out of the house. So they wanted to make that a rule. And to stay out, no search and seizures, leave my stuff alone. They wanted to add that, the anti-federalists.
Yeah, they're trying to get rid of that now.
And then, they're just trying to get rid of everything.
They're trying to be like, dude, you might have COVID. We should come into your house without you asking.
I heard they're actually going door to door in some places and making you take a COVID test now.
Yeah, but also just know that a lot of stuff on the internet is purposely there to get you upset and angry.
Right.
Yeah, they're not
Remember
happy if you're
murder
peaceful.
hornets and then a run on meat and then everything that's going on. It's just like...
No, what was the meat thing? They said we weren't going to meet anymore.
look at
They
that.
said we were going to run out of meat.
Look at the way it catches. Look at the way it caught. Look at the way it caught. It's unbelievable. It's just like the cartoon.
Yeah,
Yeah,
it's like the internet. Dude, it's a simulation's fucking with everybody right now.
You're right. All the hornet pictures were like blown up, so the hornet looked like 12
They were
feet long.
huge, and they're coming. Everyone's like, ah! Dude, and then you see people driving with their masks on by themselves. I just want to fight them. I want to get a bumper car and just start banging cars. Like,
Okay, no, I drive with a mask on sometimes because where I'm going is so short from where I'm coming from that it's like, why take the hassle of taking off and putting, like, it's a 5-minute drive.
I won't do it. I refuse. I will only put on a mask if they're like, I know there's going to be trouble.
Yeah. No, I get both.
I just I don't understand this whole thing. Like, there's literally no signs to say the mask works. And it's just like, now they're saying even if you get the vaccine, you can't leave your house. So like, why am I putting this bullshit in me?
No, what is annoying is if you get the vaccine, you can still get it and give it to other people. And
Well, no, are you going to die, dude?
It went down the wrong.
You're going to be the new
Right.
host of Dead Air. Congratulations.
Thank you.
So the whole thing is that you're actually super contagious. That's what they don't tell you.
Yeah.
Well,
you
it's just like a flu shot. You're getting pretty much the flu in you.
Brian, are you dying? Do you
you
have
okay?
It
COVID?
was the water. It was the water.
You know, if you died of drinking that water, they say you died of COVID. That's what would happen.
This is
Well,
so
you
much.
can get pneumonia from, and then they would. Yeah,
I've
it
purposely
would go
lowered
that
my
way.
chair. This is so much more comfortable to look and talk to somebody on eye level. These idiots on television, they have to put their chair way up.
Oh, yeah.
It's so stupid.
Yeah, you know, does that Colin Cowherd, the sports guy?
They
It's
all
just like
do
he
it.
sits in a throne. You're like, what the fuck is wrong
How
with
much
you?
more comfortable is this eye to eye? If you could just
This is so
raise your
comfortable.
chair, that would be okay.
Why? Why do you want him to raise her
Why?
chair?
For what reason?
Why do you ask?
I don't know.
Why do you ask?
Rude.
No, she's great. She knows
2020.
I'm kidding around.
2020.
Number 6 was about.
Can I ask, as a woman, do you see like guys are purposely trying not to be scumbags because it's 2020 now? Like they're going out of their way to be like, "Good day, lady."
There's definitely they're calling them like pick-me's. Like there's a lot of guys who are like pick me. Like does anybody understand the term?
No, we're old.
You very much side with the opposite gender with whatever their views are, so that you get picked by that whole gender.
Oh.
There's a lot of guys that overly stand up for feminism.
Oh,
that's-
male feminists? I call them rapists.
I mean, I'm sure.
They're all rapists. There's not one guy that's like, I love women that isn't trying to bang ass. Is that a Brody Stevens fucking Atari game?
Yeah.
God, why can't I get an Atari game? Yeah, dude, any guy who's like pro women that doesn't have daughters is a rapist.
Yes, some of them have become.
They're all
suspicious.
just, it's like it's boys versus girls in a fun way. Any guy who's like, fuck, dude, respect, we need more. It's like, dude, you're trying to get laid and nobody likes you. Nobody likes you. Chicks like knuckle draggers. Stop with the fucking sensitivity shit. Nobody wants you running through an airport with poetry and flowers, singing about how much kumbaya bullshit. Nobody wants that. Maybe I'm wrong.
Number 5 is you can protect yourself and take the 5th. They like that one. 6 is your trial. You have the
Right to a
the
speedy trial. You
and,
can't just sit in jail forever.
and-
Unless you're black and can't afford your fucking bail.
And the only thing I disagree with number 6, Amendment 6, is I think they shouldn't be able to move the trial someplace else. That was something the lawyers did later. Because it says you should have your trial where you committed the crime. But, of course, the lawyers found a loophole in that amendment, and that's
Well,
why
for
you
some
can go
people-
someplace else.
The jury's so tainted, though, that they have to move it somewhere else so
Yeah.
they get a fair trial.
No, I don't buy it. If I blow your head off, I should face the people in that neighborhood.
I like that.
Yeah, but there's certain laws
know what
in
I
some
mean?
states that make no sense.
Because that's why they're moving it, so they can get a different outcome.
Yeah, but think about, not to be all feminist and shit, but like think about the
No,
women.
go ahead. We love it. We love it.
But
We like it
there's,
a lot.
There are states where if you get raped, you're not allowed to have an abortion, and like that's against the law.
That's so,
there's
I can't
the-
believe
That's
it.
there's some
Yeah.
people out there.
Yeah, so that's just what.
Imagine
more-
there are women for that. Can you believe it? There are women against women.
Yeah, no.
Women against women.
Are there?
Yeah.
Women that vote that
never
way.
seen it.
You
What?
vote women in the
Yeah,
legislature
some super religious people, but I
Yeah.
think that's all psyop,
telling you what to
dude.
do with your little.
I
Lady
I get it
parts.
all the time. Yeah.
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 Say, leave me alone.
I also meet a lot of awesome.
Let my body be. It's my body. It's my breasts. It's my tight little area.
Hey,
All
hey,
right,
dude,
all right.
listen to me.
Well,
So-
this is good.
Do you know that like 88% of children kidnapped are from foster care?
I can get that.
Number 7. 7 is you have the right to sue if it's $20 or more, and that kind of stuff.
What if I want to sue for $19.99?
you might not
Wait,
be successful.
there's more.
Number 8 is the treatment, fines and your bail and your punishments. And then number 9 is kind of sketchy. I tried to figure out what number 9 meant, but it's something to do with the same sort of thing. And number 10 is states' rights. So those were the amendments that were added.
And all those are being fucked with as we speak.
So, yeah, things are changing. 1933,
In this day?
Prohibition was ended.
Oh, that's great, dude. That's
It lasted
great.
13 years, and it was by the Protestants who installed it or campaigned for it. It was from 1920 to 1933.
So you want to hear some fun facts, bro?
Yeah.
Yeah.
The
Heck yeah.
government poisoned a bunch of people and they died because they didn't want them drinking alcohol.
The government did that?
Yeah,
I believe that.
What state was that?
all over the country.
Like putting the chicken pox in the Indian blankets.
Yeah.
and the venereal diseases in the cat houses.
Yep, they put venereal diseases in the cat houses.
Yeah. They got homeless people that were infected with gonorrhea.
You know, AIDS doesn't exist. Anyways, next question.
Rogan used to always say that AIDS doesn't exist.
Well, AIDS is technically autoimmune deficiency.
Some people say it's a lifestyle disease, right?
Yeah, it really. It's just like when you don't sleep and you do drugs, that means your immune system's hurting. So what happened was they actually pushed the wrong medication on you because the powers that be had invested so much in AZT. AZT was originally used to kill cancer, but it was so toxic, it was killing people before the cancer. So they put it on a shelf, they diluted it, and then they brought it back as the AIDS medicine, and it literally is what killed everybody.
I know. I'm not happy about. I never get.
I want to fight Dr. Fauci. I will fight him for charity. All money go to AIDS research.
I'm not happy about getting the vaccine. I don't get flu shots, but I'm going to have to just do it.
Why?
If I want to travel on my passport, they're probably going to make you have it.
Where
on there.
are you going to travel to, bro? Where are you
I
going?
got the hotel in Bangkok. I got doorknobs to change and linen to fix.
Are you getting vaccinated?
Never.
Yeah, I'm not either.
Never.
How many doorknobs
Have you had
get broken
kids?
in
If you haven't had kids,
Bangkok?
definitely do not get vaccinated. It changes your DNA.
Are you going to have kids?
I don't have kids. I don't. This is getting weirdly deep.
No,
Wow, that was a weird word. I thought you was going to
No,
say
he asked
creepy,
what I was ever
but
going-
deep is good.
I try to. I don't want to make him feel. I keep him comfortable.
Look at that.
I'll back off. I'll back off.
No, kids are. If it happens, it happens. If it doesn't, I don't care. I'm not.
Kids
like
are great. I have 2 daughters. I love them so much. Ghost and Ninja.
Oh, how are the twins doing?
They're wonderful. They're like almost 11 months old, and they're now starting to like become like they used to just be blobs of meat, and now they're like people.
That's cool. Are they talking and everything?
Well, they're going da 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 da
Right,
da da
right.
da 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 da.
Have they done the daddy thing at all yet?
Yes, they do that, and it's they have their own personalities, which is cool as shit.
Which one do you like better?
I love them equally.
Whatever.
Not true.
1939, Gone with the Wind premiered in Atlanta, Georgia at the Lowe's Grand Theater.
And it was like #1 for like 1,000 years.
Yep. In 1970, the first Soviet Union landed something on Venus.
Something, huh?
They said it's the first soft landing on another planet. But I looked that up, and didn't we land on the moon first in 69?
So they say.
Yeah, okay. 1973, this is a real good one. This is going to be everybody's excitement about this. The American Psychiatrists Association votes 13-0
Wow.
to remove homosexuality from the official list of psychiatric disorders.
Get weird, bro. Get weird.
Hey, it's okay. It's okay now. It's okay.
You're allowed to, dude.
You're not crazy. You're not crazy.
Fabulous.
Most just the demonization of homosexuality has been used to blackmail many leaders over a long ass time. And they basically were secretly gay, and they used that against them to control them. And then they did, like Hitler was supposedly went both ways. At least he was a big speed freak, and he supposedly went both ways. The Kennedys supposedly went both ways.
Kennedys?
Oh yeah,
I can't believe
the Kennedys ran a train on Marilyn
that's
Monroe.
blasphemy, the
Fun
Kennedys.
facts. Fun facts. They ran a train on Marilyn Monroe.
Sounds nice.
Who else?
A
was?
train?
Yeah, a train.
Oh my! Was there a pool table involved? 2001, $27 million was spent.
Tell me he's not gay, dude. Tell me he doesn't love it. Power gays.
Hi, guys.
$27 million was the price tag to repair. In 2001, it was finally finished. It took him 11 years.
Fix what?
To repair the Leaning Tower of Pisa, and it's 648 years old. Can you believe it?
And it's still leaning.
Yeah, bad foundation, bad construction, shoddy. They had. I was going to say they had so and so building it, but right away. Oh, you can't say that.
Like who are you gonna say? Who are you gonna say? Who are you gonna say?
Well, I know it wasn't Mexicans. 'Cause if Mexicans built it, it would be straight as an arrow.
no.
They know how to
All
build.
right.
They don't
Okay,
fool around.
My
They don't-
dad is Sicilian, and he is a construction worker right now. I think Italians are great workers.
No one said they weren't.
He was
but they were,
he was indicating the Jews. That's what he was talking about.
Yeah,
He was
no, okay, sure, yeah.
It took them 199 years to build that damn thing. It was a bell tower. And it started in 1173 A.D. And it wasn't finished until 1372.
Wow.
That's a long project.
Fun facts.
199 years.
Do you know that Mandalay Bay's on a really shaky foundation? And they actually had a drink there that if you were drinking it while if it just kind of sank or shook, you would win like $1 million.
What?
It's like
Really?
this big drink.
Mandolin.
Fun
Bay.
facts.
I'll look into that.
Fun facts.
And in 2017, there was a 6.5 earthquake that hits Java Island in Indonesia.
God, poor Javas.
Not really.
They're
Only
good people.
only 4 dead and 36 hurt and 200 missing.
They never recovered.
Couldn't have been that bad.
They never recovered.
Well, they don't have anything to have.
I mean,
fall on
what's
their
come
head.
out of there so far? Coffee, Java, and like script, right? That's it.
And what's that? Palm oil. They love palm oil over there.
How about Jaja Binks?
So that's some things that happened on today's date. And,
Great segment. Great segment.
another interesting thing that I found is that in Babylon, Long Island, the people over there, and you can do it too. Everybody can do it. That's has access to the internet, I guess. They're trying to erect a Rodney Dangerfield. It's called the Rodney Dangerfield Project, and they want to make a statue.
I love that, dude.
So just sign the petition. Just go to change.org
that's change.org for the youth.
Yeah, thank you.
and put in, I guess, the Rodney Dangerfield Project statue. And they're going to try to put a statue of Rodney Dangerfield.
Well,
'cause
I
that's
would love that.
that's
I
where-
would love that.
That's where he's from, Babylon, Long Island. And
There we go. There we go.
isn't that nice?
No, dude. He would have to do this, right? Would we agree that'd be the best one? Him in front of a mic.
Oh yeah,
fixing
absolutely.
his tie.
Fixing his collar.
But I will sign that. You only need 5,000 signatures,
do it.
dude. Sign
Do it.
up.
Do it.
it.
Sign up twice.
Batman stage.
Did you see what statue Burbank just got?
Oh, what'd they get?
It got Batman's statue.
Shut up.
Downtown Burbank.
And you're leaving, and you're moving to Austin.
Yeah, and you're
What has
leaving.
Austin
Change
got?
your mind.
Not at Burbank.
I'll bet Austin's got the Green Lantern. That's a power gay. That's awesome.
That's great.
That guy's shredded, dude. That guy's shredded.
But put him in a wheelchair.
Oh, now we're cooking. Now we're cooking with gas. I think they should have made him more like have a bigger unit down there too.
I agree.
For the ladies.
Yes.
Look at that, dude. There's no big
Oh,
unit.
somebody told me what that's called.
hung like horse.
A package. Who was I talking to? They talked
What?
about those tight things, like Queen used to wear. There's special outfits that show your
Junk.
you show your junk. The
Underwear.
package clothing. Package. It accents your. What do they
Your
call
dick?
it? What do they?
Your dick.
Yeah. What do they call
This
it?
is the worst charades I've ever played in my life.
Who are you talking to? Like,
They call it a. What do they call it? A knuckle.
Cock piece. Cock piece.
I think bulge.
Ding 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 ding. You're
penis.
right.
Yeah. it's a cock.
$25.
Look at that. He's got nothing.
Oh, that's weird.
That's not for the
They
ladies.
should have
to
gave him.
enjoy
What do they
that.
call it? A knuckle.
Give him a rude.
They call it a knuckle.
Moose knuckle.
Moose
Moose knuckle. Moose knuckle.
Yeah, he looks almost feminine.
It
almost
looks like a Barbie.
It looks like a trans guy trying to compete against women.
it's a Robin Bottom.
That's a Robin bottom.
Did you hear the story about
That's so
Robin? Yeah, I
great.
think that we went over that once.
A long time ago. Yeah.
What happened?
They were upset with his package, so they made him put some stuff to make it not so noticeable, so you couldn't see his what do you call it? The knuckle.
Moose knuckle.
So they couldn't see the moose knuckle. You don't know anything about a moose knuckle.
I know that John Hamm had the opposite problem on Mad Men, and they had to hide his giant penis on set.
Hold up.
Yeah, I
Oh
heard.
yeah,
I
he's
heard.
supposed to got a big hog.
Actually, this is saying that Robin in the 60s said he was given pills to shrink his size of his large bulge.
Oh, come on. He's just talking out of his ass. Find out if there's dick reducing pills, and who would make that? Who would be like, dude, we need to get smaller dicks around here?
You know, what I was fascinating about Batman was just the interplay and the wordplay between Sergeant O'Hara and Gordon, Mayor Gordon.
The writing was top
The way
shelf.
they just communicated about
Yeah.
the problems that were coming up with Batman.
It was code almost.
I mean, it was just. It was just unbelievable. You're kind of young. You can't.
Brian,
you gotta go. You gotta go.
Did you get a
Man,
big
you're on
bump from
fire.
Showtime?
You're
Did you
on-
get a big bump from Showtime?
There's a COVID going on. There's no bump.
Did you get a lot of followers on the internet?
I got a little bit of that, maybe.
I thought you were great in there. I love that. I love the jokes they let you get away with. I thought that was extraordinary.
Yeah, both of you guys were in a lot of that.
Yeah. I mean, neither of us as long as Annie Letterman, but we were.
Yeah, what the fuck was that about? That's ridiculous. I mean,
I love her.
I love her.
love my
I love her
wife.
too. But it's like they've made her like the star of the Comedy Store. It was weird.
There's no business like show business. No way.
Dude, look at all these cool statues in Austin.
Oh yeah.
Like Lady Hair with the dog. Hell yeah.
Look at this. I mean, that's a man statue.
That's
right
a
there.
man
Look at
statue. That looks like a vibrator, but don't worry about it.
So we're
What
gonna.
is that? The bat signal?
What is that?
That's just like, what is that?
They have a place in Austin that they watch the bats come out at night.
Oh
underneath
yeah,
the bridge.
underneath
Oh,
the
that's
bridge
cool.
downtown.
Oh, really? That
Yeah.
sounds like a fun city
all
to live in.
all the families get together.
Sounds like you got something to do on a Wednesday now.
And
So have you not heard of this? This shit's crazy. It's millions of bats like every day come out.
Yeah, and it's quite the family enjoys it. It's a great place to take the family and the children, some of the grandparents out.
Whoa,
And
dude.
they get to see the
Whoa.
bats.
Some people are...
They come out to feed, and they feed on the dead carcasses of
alternative comics.
of improv comics.
Can I get a location? No, bats! Best show ever. Best show ever.
Look at all those fucking bats.
That show on television, those guys are laughing all the way to the bank. You know that one on KTLA Channel 5?
Whose line is it? Whose line is it?
Just
With Wayne Brady? Friendly Black?
wow, look at that. That's unbelievable.
That's true.
Have you ever seen anything like that before in your life, Mariah?
I've never been to Austin. I haven't seen anything cool.
You look
in my
like you
life at
live in a
all.
house that's like all like black and lavender and it just has all the weird like
Candles.
you're into the like all the weird like
Incense.
vampire shit.
I have a
Oils.
studio apartment with all white walls.
Okay,
and we've got
could
a
I be
bunch
more
of
wrong?
instruments. I'm trying to learn some
Oils
instruments.
and
for
What are you
instruments.
trying to learn?
I paint, I draw the piano.
Motion lights. And
Yeah. I like vampire movies and stuff.
Yeah. Young girls like all the dangerous things.
How old do you think I am? I'm 28. I'm not.
Oh my God, you're
Whoa,
ancient.
isn't she
You guys are
nice?
treating me like I'm 19, though.
No,
Well,
you're
you
very
look
young.
19,
Enjoy
you
your
look
life.
19.
You're very young.
Too
You
old
got
for
a
me.
whole life in front of you.
Janice
Too old for
is
you.
around my age.
She's
I think.
26. Stop talking about that,
Janice,
old woman.
26.
Well, this is the part of the dead air that we're going to do some items of interest. I know you're a big fan of items of interest, and you've seen them, and you understand how they work, just like you did with current the days on. Yeah.
Yeah.
So, you were great. The way you chimed in on each thing. That's
Yeah.
what the whole thing's about.
I try to do that, Brian.
You're fucking
I want to
killing.
be your trusty sidekick.
You're killing, man.
I love items of interest.
We're going to do a few items.
just talking about that the other day.
I was.
We're going to do a few
Yeah.
items of interest, and then I'm going to ask you to step out, Mariah, and I'm going to
Yeah.
bring in your husband, Chris, if you don't mind.
That's fine.
All right. Last month, Chris Kennedy and a 4-year-old daughter, Emily, decorated their lawn with a Christmas cheer, including their inflatable black Santa. Then they received a hateful anonymous note telling them to remove it because Santa Claus has been a white man for the past 600 years. Shocked, Kennedy shared the letter on Facebook. Soon, in solidarity, their neighbors began putting up black Santas. So many that the retailers are selling out. The outpouring of love, support, and unity
There's so many jokes there.
that we're seeing from the community has just been incredible, said Kennedy. At the end of the day, what was meant for evil was flipped for good. Isn't that a nice story?
That's so nice. That's so great. First of all, there is like some country in Europe that celebrates Black Santa. Okay.
I've seen Black Santa.
And Jesus was black for a lot of people. See, whoever's in control and's got all the guns is the one who writes the history and makes whoever they want the color they want. It's as simple as that.
Yeah, I think
Santa Claus,
I agree.
it's just who's ever writing history who's who
black,
won the war.
Black as fuck. Now, is he Beyonce light skin black, or is he like deep space Black Santa? Like deep space.
Look, there it is. It's just normal.
Like Moses.
It looks
Wait,
like a
what?
normal Santa.
Oh, that's what people went nuts about.
Yeah,
That just looks
it.
like a tan
This-
Santa.
Yeah.
I like, and this guy's the guy that complained,
Is that the guy who complained?
or is that the guy who put it up?
Speak out against racism, and I think the letter is very, very racist. And it really
That accent
kind of
is
hurt my
racist,
heart
am I
that
right?
someone in our neighborhood
Look at the dog.
was sending something
Stop
like
looking
that
at her.
to one of our
Why'd you get a white dog if you love black
I was
people?
like, get the biggest one you can find. So
For the Kennedys, all that matters is their 4-year-old Emily.
Has she noticed the new Santas in town?
She's literally grown up, and Santa's always been black. And
Santa looks like her in her.
Nobody
environment.
minds their own
God,
business.
white people are black people are like, yeah, it's cool. White people are like, we gotta march for Black Santa. Burn down the city for Black Santa.
Nobody wants to mind their own business today, Mariah. That's the problem.
Me and Mariah, we go back like babies and pacifiers.
I love that song.
San Francisco has banned residents from smoking in their apartments unless they're smoking marijuana. The new law aimed at secondhand smoke initially banned all smoking, but activists successfully argued that since it's still not legal to smoke weed in public, an apartment ban wasn't fair. Tobacco smokers unable to smoke in their apartment
It's
buildings.
so dumb. I mean, fuck you,
Go out to
everybody.
the curb.
All politicians should go fuck themselves. I am willing to fight Gavin Newsom and Dr. Fauci 2-on-1 charity to fucking
Are you going to bring,
smokers.
what's his name, the karate guy? What's his name?
Eddie Bravo?
See him on social media. I've never met him. I think it'd be fun to meet him.
Yeah,
Never
you
met
can.
Eddie? You've never met? Yeah, you've met Eddie Bravo.
Have I?
Back in the day, me and Rogan and Eddie would sit there and hang out with you all the time.
Perhaps. Yeah, I guess.
I mean,
I'm
now
mistaken.
you're Showtime's Brian Holtzman. I mean, you probably met a lot of people.
It's a pandemic, Sam. Republican legislators in Minnesota say that lawmakers should be given priority access to the coronavirus. I don't want to read that one. IKEA's announcement that they will cease publication of the iconic printed catalog.
Oh, man.
Close that whole ball of wax down.
Yeah, shut it down.
I hate that. Did
If
you ever
it's
go
not
in
an
there?
app, I don't want to hear about it.
But you ever go in there? They make you walk in a certain way.
IKEA?
Yeah.
Do you know
hate
that
it.
when
I
IKEA...
hate it. Hey, if I don't want to walk.
I love it.
I get stuck in the middle, and then I'm like, I just want to check out, and now I have to walk through like 5 more like floors of shit just to get to the checkout.
You know what one of the cops at my old job used to do? He told me he did. He brought a picture of himself, Sam, and he put it in the display on those
yeah.
wall cabinets. And stuff.
I love it, dude. I love it, dude. You know IKEA during Christmas, bro? Their Christmas celebration involves mushrooms. They have shrooms all over the place, which is the original celebration of Christmas.
Really?
Yeah.
I like that.
Have you seen Cyberpunk is like crashing people's old consoles?
It happened to my friend. His whole Xbox is broken because of it. Have you guys ever seen this? I've talked about this before on podcasts, but it's called IKEA Heights. It's this group of comics that
I've seen this.
went to Burbank, IKEA, and did a whole reality show in IKEA while it was opening without anyone knowing. So it's like a soap opera, and there's just like real customers walking around like, what's going on here? Check this out. It's so fucking
It's
hilarious.
so good.
Candy, I had that nightmare again.
Isn't he famous now?
you?
Yeah.
No, the one about my brother.
Oh, James. He's passed. There's no point in digging up old ghosts.
What good are ghosts
Is that
if
you?
they don't haunt
You're
you?
there,
Maybe
there,
it's a
and
good
there now.
He's got your number.
Watch this. Like people just start.
I'm sure I'll find something to entertain me.
They're doing this while IKEA is
This
just
IKEA
open.
Heights.
That's what's his face. He's really famous now.
Yeah. He's on Funny Ass Asians or some shit.
And it's this whole, it's so ridiculous because Like, there's just people walking around.
in trouble.
I can't even look at you.
I wish you didn't care so much about money.
He's looking at like a fake computer.
Well, look at you, Melville. In early and getting things done. I like that. Yes, sir, just keeping ahead. Hey. What's really gotten you in so
Oh, this
early?
is good.
Is something wrong at home? I think my wife is cheating on me. Oh. I could really use a brother right now. Well, you got one in me.
It's great. Check it out. There's actually a few episodes also. There's a whole series of them. And then they eventually got caught.
That's genius.
Ikea Heights.
This is one for you, Sam.
Oh, sweet.
Israeli retired General Hassan revealed that the space aliens have been in contact with the government of Israel and the U.S. President Trump.
Totally
was
makes
about
sense.
to go public with the news. Said so-and-so.
Well, we made contact with aliens a long time ago, Brian. You know that. Eisenhower made a deal with them, okay? And that's why basically you go missing in forest. It's called the Missing 411. Basically, aliens agreed not to steal any of us, except for if we're in the national forest. And then they'll totally jack us. And then they'll fucking fist us because that's what they're into. Because Earth is aliens' Tijuana, and they want to see a donkey show. Did you get all that?
I got all of it, yeah.
I agree with everything except the fisting. I don't know if I'm...
Well, they love the fist.
Get into it, Brian.
Luckily, they're tiny Japanese businessmen, and they just hit it small but subtle.
Stockholm, Sweden, has admitted that its hands-off approach on the coronavirus has backfired, resulting in a higher death toll than in neighboring countries, which instituted lockdowns and restrictions while failing to deliver the economic stability that the strategy's proponents had promised. So
They're lying. Next story.
they, so you're not buying all this, huh?
No.
At all. So what do you
You
think?
know the CDC's numbers put out, Brian? Oh, you just want to see
I want
Mariah?
to see. Yeah, I want to see myself.
Oh, we're gonna ask
Me
you to
and
step
Mariah.
out. We're gonna ask you to step out if you don't mind.
You
Chris,
over-
No,
you
that's
went
fine.
too far.
I went. Yeah,
You went too
I tried
far.
to take the show.
no, we're gonna bring you right back.
You,
we want to
over,
see.
you overtook the show.
No, yeah, but
Chris, you want to
yeah.
step in, please?
Chris, you want to step into
I
the
think
office?
yeah.
We want to
Just
talk
watch,
to you.
Watch the camera there. We don't want to have Redban have to readjust it. Step out, please.
Where
Mariah.
did you guys meet? Where'd you guys meet?
That's
Can I
what we're
say
gonna get
it?
to the bottom of this.
Yeah. Grinder?
He was teaching stand-up at Second City, and I wandered into his class, and then we eloped like 3 months after.
Oh, 3 months.
He
He
doesn't
said,
like
lock
when
it down.
doesn't-
Lock it down. Yes, and. Yes, and. Yeah, see, he got you in the game. You guys played a game. He goes, will you marry me? And because it's improv, you have to say yes, and.
Thank you, Chris. I'm sorry you had to step out. You don't mind swearing in, do you? Bible or Quran? Quran?
Oh, now take me that Quran.
All right. Right or left hand on the Quran. Raise your the other hand, left or right. Raise your hand. Just one on. That's right. And do you swear to tell the whole truth and nothing but the truth yourself? You got it while you're on dead air?
To the best of my ability.
Thank you.
I like that answer.
So, how did you meet Mariah? I know Sam wants. I know Redban wants. We all want to know. How did you pull that off? She's a beautiful young woman.
There was an open
Congratulations.
house. Thank you.
I mean, holy cow!
I made a vision board, and I like.
I have to
cut out
sleep.
all the-
I have to sleep with you to get to her.
I'd watch that. He
You
looks,
too.
Let's set a date.
Yeah.
Oh man! So tell us, how
This
did you
is
meet?
the best.
How did you meet Mariah?
Well, like I said, I made a vision board. I cut out all of the images of the perfect woman. And she appeared in my life.
Aw, dude, you're winning.
Oh man! You're
You're
originally
winning.
from California?
You look like you're DJing on the Dangerous Catch.
Wait, you have two headphones on.
I met her, I said,
Big tuna. Bop, 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 bop. Bop, bop. Nope, nobody's with me on that one. Okay,
No, I am. You're right on. You're on fire today.
Fire, brother.
So tell us.
I said, are you a feminist? And she's like, totally. And then we eloped.
Just like that. Was it your first marriage?
This is my first marriage, yeah.
Wow. It just like.
What's the key to being in a successful marriage?
Are we successful? Okay,
Yeah, she sounds pretty confident in that.
Well, if she's still here, it's successful.
Hey, yeah.
How long has it been that she's been sleeping in
How
your
long
bed?
you guys been married?
We've been married 2.5 years.
Wow. How long does those years
Hey,
feel
you really
like?
want to know what? You want to know really the secret?
Well, we swore you in. We swore you in. We want the truth. For
I
crying
read
out
a
loud.
book by Malcolm Gladwell called Blink, and in it he interviews a guy named John Gottman, and he Dr. John Gottman or Gottman, I can't remember his name. Anyway, there's a thing called bids, and that system, I keep that in my head.
Oh, thanks a lot. Can you step out, Mariah? You want to come back? No, it's all right. We're a little bit more, but we do want to,
Anyway, it's like
You're a handsome-looking guy and all, but there it is again.
he just
There it is
project-
again. It's such a stupid. It's just so stupid. Go ahead.
So like, that's a bid basically. I put my hand up, and you're like, all right, and you high-fived me back. That's
Yeah, that's
basically like,
fine. But everybody's kind of concerned, I guess, with the COVID. Nobody.
Yeah,
I'm not.
Well, you
I
didn't-
know you're not.
Anyway,
What-
you still didn't accept my high five bid though. So
Where are you from? Where are you originally from, Chris?
I'm from Chicago.
Is it
Chi-town.
Is Chris short for Christopher? Or?
Yeah, that's me.
And so now you don't have to hang out at clubs and play the date game and what's your sign and do you like you're set. I mean, with a woman like that, you can close
That's
up
pretty nice.
shop, man. Just close up shop.
Does she peg you at all?
Not yet.
Okay, it's good to know it's on the table.
You probably haven't masturbated in over 2.5 years.
He does a lot.
Nah,
No,
still
how
do
could
a lot.
mastur-
Yeah.
Who could masturbate with Mariah in your life?
Well, Mariah's busy. She's out doing stuff.
I don't
She's,
believe it.
working with squirrels.
You
and-
wouldn't wait for that. Come on.
Come on, Brian. You ever been in a relationship? Sometimes you need a little
not
alone
successful
time to
ones.
figure it out. What's the longest relationship you've ever been in, Brian?
No, I don't know. I don't want to even get into it.
How long did you and Paula Bell go? Like 5
man,
years?
That was back and forth. That was quite strenuous.
I bet you guys fucked with knives to each other's throats, didn't you? You and Paula Bell?
Okay, can we move on?
Talk about items of interest.
So we're just excited that you came in today. You know.
Thanks for having me.
Isn't it great that Sam is here? And
What do you
Anna?
do? What do you do?
I do stand up.
How's that going?
Yeah, thanks. Get off me. Get off me. Thanks.
That's pretty good. How's it going for you?
I just did a show in a city, and they didn't tell me. I'm thankful the club brought me out, and they're very nice people. But they're like, we're not serving food or drinks. And I'm like, what? And I'm like, then why am I here? I mean, like, our job is to sling drinks. That's what we do.
Where was this?
It was in St. Louis. They were nice. It was a great club. People were nice, blessed to be in, but
How locked down were they?
they were dude, you would drive around St. Louis, you think you were like Will Smith and I Am Legend.
Oh,
There's
really?
like nobody around.
Wow. But still indoor seating and all that stuff?
Yeah.
Weird.
Florida, they're full capacity.
Oh yeah, they're going like gangbusters. Texas too.
Yeah, I had breakfast indoors when I was in Austin a couple weeks ago. It felt so good. I was like, "Oh man, I have a waitress."
Did you feel dangerous?
No, because it was it was still separated and everyone had masks on, like all the servers and shit. And,
Gross.
You know, it was fun.
It's more of an adventure.
You want to Ed? You want to talk to us some more, Chris, about?
Always, yeah.
What do you want to talk to us about before I ask you to step out?
Oh,
So you teach classes at Second City, or you did teach classes?
yeah. I did it's like, hey, so you want to do stand up? This is basically what it is. It's kind of like an open mic. I tell people that like you don't need to take a class for stand up, but
Right.
I don't think
It
there's
kinda
anything
gives
wrong with that.
yeah, like
I think it's great to give people kind of, like you can just go to open mics, kind of feel it out, or you can get somebody going, okay, man, this is kind of some of the stuff you might want to try.
Yeah, like the basics.
Or structure and jokes is like, it's like you can't tell somebody how to write their own jokes, but you can go, hey, man, trim the fucking fat out of that
Yeah.
because you talk forever.
Right. Yep.
Exactly.
And only 4 abortion jokes minimum. Like don't.
Well, every chick is like black dicks, abortion, and it's like, okay, like there's so much female comedy right now is just phone sex, and I'm just like, don't get me wrong, I love hearing about what a fucking whore you are, but it's like there's more to it, and it's like very weird because I've been doing comedy like 25 years, right? And when I started, everyone's like, dude, dirty comedy's easy. And I'm like, well, I'm talking about my life, but most of the stuff that a lot of these young chicks are talking about, they don't even do. It's just like They just know people be like, yeah, chicks likes dick, yeah, and it doesn't lead to anything. That's my whole thing. Be as real as you can on stage. That's all I think.
And what do you think about the state of affairs in comedy, Chris?
Not very good. Right now, it's not really happening anywhere.
I agree.
But yeah, I mean, if they're like the culture in comedy, I don't know. I feel like it oscillates between people are more easily offended and less offended through different eras. But I think that in eras that people are more easily offended, it kind of creates a jackpot that the person that can crack that egg, it's even more of a prize,
I agree.
Right?
That's true.
I agree.
So what did you do when you eloped? You just went to Las Vegas? What does
Where'd you
that
go?
mean?
We went to Vegas, man.
You just got
You
married?
go to the one
just
where
like
Michael
that?
Jordan and Elvis got married?
The Bon Jovi one. There's a Bon Jovi church.
And you don't have? Do you have to get blood tests like you do if you do it regularly?
We can do it. But no, we didn't do that. But we can.
You don't
put it
have
on
to,
the
right?
list.
You just go there and you just go
Blood
in.
tests. What?
Don't you? Aren't you supposed to get blood
you're-
tests before you get married?
They would do blood tests to
That's
see
like-
if your blood is okay to have kids.
You're thinking
Oh,
of Blood
that's what-
Brothers.
I don't know what I'm thinking about, but that's why they do the blood test. Is
Yeah,
that
so
it?
you don't have flipper kids.
So you just went there. Did you drive there or fly?
We drove.
Nice.
And were you watching it real closely before the ceremony just to make sure you pulled it off?
No, because we didn't want to see each other beforehand.
You know,
In
you
fact,
don't
some
you
people
don't want to get
proposed
off the
her.
line.
Did you take her lady flower before the wedding or after the wedding?
Lady flower.
I don't want to. I don't
Yeah,
want to say.
yeah,
Respect.
yeah,
He
Yeah,
loves
we
you,
talked-
dude. He loves you.
yeah. It's great. No, I was happy to see you when I first met you when you were with the gentleman faking that.
You know what? I'm at Second City. I'm teaching lovemaking, and if you and your wife would like to make love in front of me, I could give you some pointers because that's just what I do. I've been critiquing porn for the last 15 years. I've #1 commenter on Pornhub. Hey, did you guys find out that? Did you guys hear that Pornhub has now? Why is this important? Okay, I don't know if you know this, but Pornhub took down a bunch of videos that weren't from any of their verified or partner studios. And why is that important? Well, it's very interesting because YouTube, Twitter, all these major Facebook have all been pushing to get rid of 230, right? Everyone's been talking about that.
230.
Article 230, which protects them from being sued for stuff that is on their site. Mm-hmm. And now the whole psyop is like these tech companies like, don't take away 230, wink, wink. It would really upset us, wink, 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 wink. And why is it wink, wink, wink? Well, because what's going to happen now is that YouTube will be like, oh, if we don't have a deal with you, you can't be on our website. And they're going to do what Pornhub did and get rid of all the independent contractors that they don't have deals with because they don't want to get sued, when in reality, they're just controlling their platform.
Well, I think there's also, MasterCard and Visa pulled all their support for Pornhub, so people couldn't use all that shit because they found out that there's a lot of unverified content. Like in porn, we all know that in order to make a porn movie, you have to get tested. You have to you have to go through the rules in order to make money off porn. Pornhub, it's kind of falling in this cam shit where girls are just putting up shit. So there's no verification of age. There's no verification if they were forced to do something. So I kind of get both ways, but Pornhub was kind of a wild west of porn for a long time, and I see why it's being cleaned up because you don't know what you're watching.
No, I get that, but I think it's a sign of bad things to come on YouTube.
That's why whenever I go on it, I pick the old people.
Yes.
And you know it's safe. There's no underage people.
You like to watch 80-year-olds just go at a hammer town? Nobody's pulling out. You can't get pregnant.
The flappy skins.
Do you know that senior citizens have the highest rate of STDs?
Yeah, especially in
nursing
retirement homes.
Yeah.
They're just like, fuck it, give me what you got.
Chris, do you mind stepping out for a minute?
Chris, I was enjoying our conversation.
I want to bring back your lovely wife, Mariah.
Me and Mariah.
Mariah?
Dude, this guy's great.
Mariah, would you
This
like
guy
to
gets it.
step back in?
Do you want him to? He's so.
No, I'd like for you to step back in if you want. Chris, can you step out, please? Thanks.
Dude, now, do you guys have a YouTube channel or something you guys are pushing? Like, we're the cool couple?
No, we have not.
Sure.
We're like Austin in LA. Do you guys have a YouTube or something?
No. We
You
write.
have a YouTube,
We write
dude?
music together, though.
Why don't you have a YouTube? You're in the comedy.
Oh no, he has a YouTube. He has a YouTube.
Why'd he say he didn't? I go, hey, you got YouTube? He goes, no.
Wait,
and then
you could pull up his one YouTube video he has. It's very short.
Why don't you make YouTube videos, bro? You got like 3 headphones on. You have the equipment.
I just haven't uploaded them.
Upload, dude.
No, he has one really good video on YouTube.
Okay, let's watch it. We'll
What is
judge.
What's your?
Hey Chase Bank.
Yeah, it's called Hey Chase Bank. It's his only video.
Hey, Chase.
You know what the funniest
Hey,
thing
Chase
is, Brian? All these fucking banks are telling these porn people to stop fucking people over. Really? Porn people? Really? Bank people who take people's houses?
Right.
Wait, up
Top one.
with the money on it. Yeah, though.
Okay, let's see.
Hey Chase Bank. Why you gotta take all of my money?
I'll be honest with you. It's a banger. It's a banger.
They overdrafted him, then they gave him his money back after that kind of got some hits, and then they asked him to write a jingle for them, and he said no.
Oh, see, that's a guy who sticks it to the man.
Wow.
Do you want to hear about Bruce Springsteen or Mariah Carey?
Me and Mariah.
Who
Hey,
do
you
you
got
think?
2 videos, dude.
I know what you want.
Mariah
Thunder
Carey.
Davis, you got 2 videos.
Yeah, this one's a little.
You look more androgynous in this video.
He's very young in this one.
Oh, dude, this reminds me of the safety dance video.
Look at those pouty lips.
I was walking from my home on Clarendon. Turned my iPod on, put my headphones in.
Dude, that's a great video.
I'm the lucky one. I know.
Stop it, dude.
That was good.
This is a great video. You got to make more.
Yeah,
of
you got to make more.
Dude, that's so fucking funny.
Oh man, that's good. This guy just needs another drink.
No, like at our wedding, I was making sure he stuck around. Like,
Wow, that's great, man.
Dude, you got to put those out,
Yeah.
man. You'll like blow up.
I'm surprised you're not like TikToking. You fucking freak out on TikTok.
Dude, I'm telling you, man, YouTube, even though I'm a conspiracy theorist, YouTube is the underground railroad to financial and career freedom, dude. You got to put those videos out. Like, look at Ryan Long, dude. That guy is crushing it on YouTube. And, like, now he's starting to sell out theaters, and he's got no, like, Joe Rogan bump or anything. He's just done it himself. Dude, you would crush it, dude. I was honestly did not expect that, and that is so fucking funny, dude. I really respect that, dude.
That's great.
Chris, can you write down the video information for?
So on YouTube, it's Thunder Davis, and that was called
dude, you
On
should be
Belmont.
putting those out. Like, I know it's hard to do once a week, but you should just do little things.
I mean,
Yeah, I'll start doing that.
Do what you want, Chris. It's your life.
the format's so short and catchy that would kill on TikTok.
Dude, you would crush it, dude.
I put it on TikTok. It got 0 views because they think that I'm stealing content. The
Yeah.
algorithm's like, this is too edgy.
TikTok hates him. Actually, they won't let
Dude,
anyone. see his
TikTok is
stuff.
ran by gay Asians, so you're doing something right. These fucking gay Chinese, dog, they're out here. They're planning the fucking war. Think about this. If 10% of your population's gay and you got 1.7 billion people, that's 170 million gay Chinese, the most powerful army in the world, just looking to probe.
And I want to let everybody know that some of the views and comments on Dead Air are not necessarily the views and comments of the Dead Air, the producers,
of me.
the affiliates,
I'm
or the
not-
sponsors.
Yeah.
I think we should.
Do we have sponsors?
Oh yeah, we've got.
Oh, I'm pro-gay Asian, dog.
All right. Did you? Do you want to? You ready for
Mariah Carey's
Mariah
story?
Carey?
Always.
All right. Mariah Carey doesn't care if you think she's a diva. Says so and so and so and so and so and so. I effing am high maintenance because I deserve to be at this point, says the multi-million selling pop star who has claimed to bathe in milk and whose preferred seat is a Chase lounge because I have a rule against sitting up straight. She may sound arrogant, but it's the result of coming from nothing. The youngest child of a black father and a white mother, Carey, was 3 years old when her parents split. She grew up in an environment of neglect and violence. When she was 6, she says, her older brother knocked her mother unconscious. At 12, she was drugged by her older sister, who tried to sell me out to a pimp. She traces, that's not too cool. She traces many of her personal quirks to her upbringing. Her obsession with long, windblown hair stems from the material neglect that left her hair matted when she was a girl.
Aww.
Carey, now 50, recently dredged through her painful past for a new memoir. The process wasn't easy, she says, but Carey sees a possible bright spot. Fewer interviews that would be to the point. I can't articulate it better than I am already have, she says. From now on, I'm like, please refer to page 29.
Dude, great reading. Well done.
I just like hearing the trauma while watching the video he put up.
Can you step out, please?
Sure.
I want
Yeah.
to get Chris back in here, if you don't mind. Friends of Simon Crowe have denied reports that the America's Got Talent host will be bedridden for at least 6 months as he recovers from a horrific bike accident this summer that left him nearly paralyzed. The 61-year-old was showing off his $20,000 e-bike outside his home in Malibu, California, when he fell from the vehicle and broke his spine in 3 places. 3 places.
Who is this?
Simon Cowell.
Yeah.
You know, that's probably karma. You hear about the X Factor, what they did to that poor lady?
What?
Tell us, Chris.
What poor lady?
There was this girl that was like, she was wanted to be a singer, and they set her up to fail. There's like, they have it all documented, like multiple videos on YouTube. What was her name?
Oh, that's what they did to Earl Senkel. Didn't that happen to Earl Senkel on Comedy Central?
Oh, the roast.
He was winning hands down every round, and they threw him under the bus.
Well, when that dude, like, they tried their hardest to give it to Sarah Tiana when that Mike Lawrence just annihilated her, and they tried their hardest to figure out a way to give it to Sarah, and he just destroyed her so badly that it would be like beyond obvious that they had rigged it. Like Judd Apatow and Sarah Silverman are like, Sarah, I thought you tried hard, and just like, nope, not today.
Man, it's true. So what'd they do to the girl on America's Got Talent?
They changed the key of the song that they played the background music for her. They changed the key. They didn't put it in her in-ear monitor so she couldn't hear herself singing. They like did all of this stuff to make her. They made her come at 6 in the morning, even though the performance was at 8. Like she was there and it was empty.
Why didn't they want her to win?
Because they wanted that. Because she was supposed to be the person that has the meltdown. They pegged her as like, we're gonna.
They picked on her.
They picked her to go crazy.
That happened.
Did she sue them?
That's the thing is everyone's blowing up. They turned off all the comments on their Instagram and everything because everyone's like, man, you suck.
It's
X
true.
Factor.
It's true.
Like,
it's true. When you get involved with these people, they'll act like they're your friends, but they're not. It happened to a comic.
Kyle can suck my dick. Him and this is the guy with bitch tits.
With his
him and
white
his
t-shirt.
bitch tits can go fuck himself. If I saw him, I'd smack him in his Freddy Krueger fucking haircut.
You know, I mean
his Frankenstein haircut.
A comic
sorry.
friend was on one of those shows, and they set up a rivalry between her and another person, and she left. She said "F you." She said she wasn't having it, and she left just for that. What you're saying,
yeah.
And it also happened to.
You're not a person to him.
I felt the same way when I was on I did a television show once, one episode, and I felt like the producer wanted me to do something, and then you believe them and you do it, and then you realize, well, maybe they were wrong. They were just. They don't, they're just weird people. The people behind the cameras, sometimes they're not your friends. They're not your friends, Chris. Now, would you please step out?
Okay.
Please.
What the heck?
I want to get like a baton at this point.
Well, I just want to see both of you, but I don't want to. Well, maybe you could just stand in the corner.
Sit on you and tell us what your love life is like.
Can I sit on his lap?
Yeah, and just what it's like to make love to each other.
I guess you can, but just make sure you're in the microphone.
Dude, that guy is a clone.
Here, you
Hey, dude, do you think Rogan's a clone?
Rogan's a clone?
Yeah.
I mean, there was this point where I was told not to talk about this truck that picked him up, and then he was gone for like a week.
Yeah, I mean, like, dude, I want to get into it.
So,
look at this guy. Tell me that's not Down syndrome clone guy right there.
It's weird.
Right? You're like, oh, I look like I run a pizza shop. No, I got Down syndrome. I'm from Britain.
From the maker of Ivanka 2.
Look at this. He's got a metal rod inserted in his back during a grueling 6-hour surgery. And
who's this?
This is this broken back fella from the TV show. And
look at his teeth; don't even look alike.
He looks like a puppy.
Yeah, those are implants for sure. That's $100,000 worth of dental work right there. And
but can he sing at all? Can he sing at all?
No.
That's the worst part. This is why I hate Hollywood. Because this motherfucker can't sing. He's judging people singing. Go fuck yourself.
I never thought about that. Does Simon Cowell sing?
I gotta leave in a couple minutes, guys. Sorry.
No, that's okay.
I feel like they're getting in and out. Maybe I should get asked to leave.
No.
No, but if you have to go, we had a guest last week that had to go, and it was I'm not like that. If you've got to go, you got to go. Redban and I discussed it. We weren't going to hold it against anybody.
All right, I love you, bud.
You out?
Yeah. Hey, dude, keep those videos going.
Thanks,
those are
man.
fucking great.
Hey, I remember I saw your debut on television. Comics Unleashed. Like,
oh yeah, way back in the day. That wasn't my debut, but that was one of my earlier ones. Yeah.
Oh, he rocked it on that.
Yeah, he rocked
I'm glad I wasn't on that episode because you wouldn't have gotten a word in. You had that whole half hour.
No, but they edited it like that. Everybody talked. I just crushed so hard.
Oh, I see. All right, that's just as good.
Monday.
I'm gonna rewrite this.
I love you.
But I'll be back.
I miss you.
Hey, Sam, thank you. Give it up for Sam.
When's my episode drop?
Sam.
Kill Tony. It dropped last night, just audio, but then the next one, the full video will come out in a couple weeks.
All right, dude. Bye, guys.
You got everything? Thank you, Sam.
I'm rewriting his info because this is a mess.
Oh yeah.
So that's he's in bad shape. Ivanka Trump and her Jared Kushner, her husband, bought a $30 million plot of land on a high-security island off Miami known as the Billionaire's Bunker. So is reports. The private, heavily guarded Indian Creek Island, which has a 13-member police force for 29 residents, is just an hour from Donald Trump's Mar-a-Lago club in Palm Beach. Other residents of the island have included singer Julio Iglesias, billionaire Carl Icahn, former Philadelphia Eagles owner Norm Branham, and former Miami Dolphins coach Don Shula. Wow. Eric Clapton sings about the fascist UK mocks wearing masks and asks, "Do you want to be a slave?" In a new anti-lockdown protest song written by Van Morrison, the rock legends collaboration Stand and Delivers, the fourth ballad written by Morrison and lambastes the UK's corona safety restrictions, just like Sam did. So I just want to put it out there. Everybody's got an opinion about this, Chris. You can add to this after I'm done. You don't know who to believe. People think it's a fake, think it's a scam, think it's a world order to take over. There's 100 million people. Every friend you talk to on the phone has a different opinion, and you just wanted to say hello. It's like they have to talk to you about it to convince you that they're right. You know what I mean? People who don't like Black Lives Matter. I'm sorry. I have nothing against Black Lives Matter. I support Black Lives Matter. And if you don't support Black Lives Matter, you might want to ask yourself why. Why?
Yeah.
And it's simple as that. So what do you think about it? What do you believe? Briefly,
What do I believe?
about this whole COVID-19 thing? Because we want another opinion besides
You know what I think is really human?
Sam.
I think it's like, I think that the human instinct is to always get rid of a void, right? If we don't know what happened, we want to fill in a narrative in our head, know what happens. But a lot of times it's impossible to know what reality, a lot of realities, right? And it's okay to know that I don't know and to stay in a known unknown without trying to come up with some theory of, I think this is what's happening. I might have my assumptions.
See,
and stuff.
that's open-minded. And that's level-headed thinking. Sure,
I think about it's so easy to slip into like, this is what's happening. Oh, the vaccine's got a chip in it. It's so easy to like fall into like, there's the newest Windows 98 in the vaccine. Like, we're going to be running on DOS, man.
I think
it's so easy to go down like an avenue of what we, and then once we have those images in our head and then confirmation bias kicks in and we're like, it has to be real. And then you're starting to believe your theory more and more. I try not to like formulate like these theories for what's happening, and because I think that it takes up a lot of mental real estate.
Exactly.
And then you're not living your life, and you're not loving your life, and then you're not doing what you like. I love pondering on this stuff, but I like try and not concretely believe it.
I have a YouTube channel, and I was going to do Dean Del Rey's podcast.
Oh yeah.
And I got out of the car, and I heard this sound, a sound that you don't usually hear in Southern California, where I live anyway. And I heard this sound, and I made a video, and here it is.
Good morning, good afternoon, good evening,
This is my YouTube channel,
Good afternoon,
Brian
good
Holtzman.
morning.
And this is the sound of a tree blown in the wind. This is what we used to hear back east, right? In Ohio.
Good evening, good morning, good
Palm
afternoon.
trees don't give you this
good
sound.
Afternoon, good
That's
evening,
true.
good morning, good morning,
Okay,
good
I've grown up
afternoon,
here my
good
whole life.
evening.
I've heard trees
Wherever you
blow
are
in the
in
It's
the
wind.
different.
Welcome to my channel.
You're on the way home, smack her around a little bit, tell her what the,
I'll like it. It's fine.
And I just wanted to put you to sleep.
Yeah,
I wanted
it's
you
for
to
people
just
who
take
get
a
it.
deep
It's not for
breath.
people who
no,
don't.
this
You
is
know what? I
nice.
miss the
This is
sounds
nice.
of a pile of leaves
to the
that
wind
like
We
you'll
don't
hear
have
the
that.
crinkling on the concrete when the leaves.
Man,
go
you got a
out.
good
Yeah.
husband. He's very intelligent.
I know. You keep saying how he got me. I don't know how I did what I did.
Great, and you
Well, I
got
kinda know,
what a
but-
great what a great couple. Man, I'm so happy you were able to come today.
No, thank you for having me.
Yeah, because I just thought, Redban and I, we went over it. It wasn't easy. We wanted Mariah back. We weren't sure on you for sure. But Redban and I, we did campaign for you pretty heavily with the producers. And we made it work.
What?
Oh, we're the face of the podcast, Dead Air, but there's certainly more
You
people
gotta
involved.
talk to J.P. Morgan Chase. You gotta talk to all the hidden money.
Yeah.
Oh, don't get us started on the banks.
Yeah.
There's fees for everything. Every time you turn around, there's a fee.
Dude, I know. I wrote a song.
It's like
about
AT&T. It's like AT&T. You can't win. You can't win.
Yeah.
They exploit
They have
you at every opportunity.
years ago they would give out guns and toasters and everything. Now they're taken. They're just takers. They're just takers. They charge you to put the money in the bank. Anyway, you wrote this down so I can look at this when I get home.
Yeah.
Say it again for us and tell us where you can find those funny videos from Chris.
His YouTube is Thunder Davis, and the one video, there's only 2 videos on it. One is Hey Chase Bank, and one is on Belmont. And maybe there'll be more someday.
My Twitter is Flat Earth Doctor.
There's that
Is it?
too.
Yeah.
When I used to cam, he would come in the chat as Flat Earth Doctor and fuck with everybody in my room when I was a kid. It was funny.
What a funny guy, huh?
Sounds like what I used to do. Yeah.
Redban, isn't Chris a funny guy or what? Generally funny guy without even trying.
Go for the Redban laughs.
So this is a story out of Russia. The Air Force One type plane, their version of the Air Force One, the Doomsday plane, was looted. Thieves have stolen stacks of top secret radio equipment from one of Russia's President Vladimir Putin's Doomsday planes, aircraft intended to serve as command centers in the event of a nuclear war. The theft from the modified Il-80 passenger jet was discovered. It looks like a 747. Theft was modified and repairs that was done. Anyway, they stole a bunch of shit out of this airplane. Beijing Chinese coronavirus being trailed in the. China's got its own vaccination that it's sent into the United Arabs. So they say it's 86% effective.
But are you contagious with it?
Yeah, I want a vaccine where they're not contagious once they have the vaccine.
Who says that you'll be contagious when you get the vaccine?
That's what I read online. I read that
It's like just like the flu, the
Yeah.
flu vaccine.
Oh, I see.
It gives you a little flu.
so people who aren't vaccinated, if they go out with a bunch of people who are vaccinated, can still just catch it.
I hope it's not a 2-shot. Is it going to be a 2-shot procedure?
I think it's just one.
They gave like the Tuskegee. They gave a bunch of people syphilis once in the vaccine.
Yes, that's right.
Like, and
on
that's
purpose. On purpose.
And listen, I'm not worried about Windows 95, but it is weird. That is weird. There is a history of like
shenanigans.
Yeah, so I might get batch 2.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah, if I did it, it would be later.
Or at least a month later.
Right. You know, like when they update your phone, it always sucks.
Yeah.
Like I wait to update.
You know what I'm gonna do? I think Redban. I'm gonna wait till I want to fly someplace overseas, and that might be what's the word? You know,
Prophylactic.
No, Chris. I'm going to ask you to step out, but I can't.
It might urge you
a
to.
requirement. Yeah. I'll wait till I have to.
Oh, okay.
But as long as I'm not flying overseas, and they don't, no one's going to come to the house.
I think for people who are high risk, I think it's, nice to get the vaccine. I think a lot of...
Sam's not believing any of it.
Yeah, I know. I saw that.
He's half not believing it just because that's his thing. You know what I mean?
sanitizing.
Like he has to say that stuff. That's what makes him...
like that guy with the stars.
He's
Right.
going to love to see this part later.
Yeah.
Our friend with the
Yeah,
stars.
I don't respect him.
Mystery sickness out of India. More than 500 people in southern India have been hospitalized, and one has died from a mystery ailment that causes seizures, fainting, and vomiting, frothing at the mouth. Most patients recovered within days, but some 100 remain under care. Yeah, India's a hot mess. I tell you, that Taj Mahal is great, but it's like it's in the middle of a toilet. I don't mean that bad, but it's a very, very. It's talk about the wild, wild west. India. Have you been to India?
My sister lived there for 6 months.
Yeah.
Did you get to visit her while she was there?
No, I didn't. I don't know a lot about India. I know that like they used to have the caste system, and then they got rid of that, and now it's
Well,
very
they're
much
still
still,
trying to get rid of it. They just not something they can get rid of right away. With a magic wand, Chris. You know what I mean? It's going to take a while to get rid of that caste system.
Yeah. Well, yeah. I mean, what is that? Like a? I'm sorry. There's I feel like every culture has its form of
pecking
hierarchy
Yeah.
that, and the ways that they enforce it, and I think hierarchies are kind of like can have their complications in general. Like when you're operating off of. I mean, we have to because it's like. It's in our human nature. I could go off onto a tangent. I'm sorry.
No. Tangent's good. A Canadian man's car was impounded after cops took exception to the use of a lawn chair as a driver's seat. The unidentified motorist tore out the old bucket seat from his late model Ford Edge SUV in favor of a woven lawn chair, more in line with a beach. The police said this is near Toronto, noting that the chair had no seatbelt and no fastening onto the floor, called the car unfit for service, seizing it and removing its license plates. Just when you think you have seen it all, said a police spokesman. A woman in Oman.
I'm sorry, I didn't follow that one.
I
still
didn't follow the other one at all.
Yeah.
Which one? The Canadian.
The woven chair.
This guy took the chair out of his car and he put it in a lawn chair.
That's a bad idea.
Oh, he put a lawn chair inside of his car
Right.
instead of a car. Oh, okay.
That's the next Elon Musk.
Yeah, it's kind of great.
A woman in Oman is sharing her home with 480 cats and 12 dogs. This lady is.
Oh wow! That's so good.
Those chairs suck.
Yeah, they do. I don't know
Have
why.
you ever sat on one, like an old one that's been sitting in the sun for years and it just cracks out
Yeah.
of the fucking horrible.
That'll cause an injury.
Did you ever watch what is that the show with the British people, Top Gear?
Oh yeah.
That's like something they do on their show.
Right.
Do you enjoy that program? Do
Oh,
you?
it's hilarious.
I love Top Gear.
So funny. And I like the Allman Brothers.
So she was initially not a cat lover, this woman, but after her son bought one home and neglected it, she found herself totally immersed in its care. Her hoard soon grew after she accepted several strays and they began mating. Now she spends almost $8,000 a month on their food and care, much of it underwritten by donations from sympathetic social media fans. Her neighbors are just can't, taken aback. But she's framed in a mission as helping society's weakest. No one, she said, cares about the poor animals who don't have any voice. It's okay to do that, but you got to spray them and neuter them.
I was gonna say, if you're not spraying, that's abusive to not be
exactly
like.
It's also probably the smelliest house in the whole entire world because one cat pee will destroy your whole entire house. I can't even imagine.
I'm cat sitting right now, and the apartment smells horrible.
Cat piss city.
Yeah, it's
yeah.
gross.
As soon as you walk into the house, you know there's a cat.
And it's one cat.
How about when you go into somebody's house and you're at the table, and they put food down, and then the cat jumps up on the table?
Yeah.
I'm not having that. I'm sorry. That's when you say I'm full.
Yeah.
I'm full.
I'm allergic
I don't need anything
to cats
to eat.
and dogs, so if they eat my food, I don't eat it anymore.
She's a perfect candidate for cat sitting.
to watch a cat. Yeah.
Yeah, what the fuck?
Yeah, well, I don't touch the cat. I just.
Yeah, but it's all about the dander and shit.
Yeah, it's been okay. It's more if I touch them, but I'm cat sitting right now and I can't touch the cat. I can just hang out near it. But the problem is whenever I go back, it's his sister's apartment. Whenever I go back in, the cat loves to jump out of the apartment and run into the neighbors if they open their doors at the same time. But I can't get the cat out because I'm allergic, and I have to tell them I'm allergic. And then
That was real brave of you to watch somebody's animal, because animals, when they're taken in by babysitters, they're not used to the environment, so they're more likely to run out and try to go back to where they came from.
She's been a little bitchy.
When I was working with the animal control, that's the most calls. A lot of calls I got were people watching other people's pets, and they were just running wild. They were scared. They didn't know how to handle it.
It's true. It's like
You're better off paying and put it in the damn hotel, the dog hotel.
Yeah, it feels kind of traumatic for them, actually.
I have one of those fee cat collars where it has a GPS on it, and like my phone rings if my dog leaves my house, like if it's going for a walk, and I could turn on a light, on it, and it's cool because my dog will get in these moods where he just wants to escape, and like he'll try to like go underneath the fence and stuff like that, and so now I could track him because it's so scary when your dog runs away and you have no idea how to get him.
That's a great thing.
Yeah, that
and
is
if your girlfriend's cheating on you, just throw it in her book bag or her purse.
The name dates back to the 11th century, but residents of an Australian village and it's Fucking, have finally had enough of the mockery it attracts. Tourists from the English-speaking world have long flocked to the village to pose for photos in front of signs, often striking lurid poses. Now the village is reluctantly being renamed Fugging, Fugging. But the change is not working. It really don't want to say anything more.
They're going to ruin their tourism money.
We had enough media frenzy about this in the past.
People were only going because of the name, man.
For real.
Right. It's like that. That's why they spent $26 million to fix the Leaning Tower of Pisa, because I guess they're going to get that back with the tourists.
That was their leaning.
That's true.
Them being called fucking is their
that
Leaning
was their
Tower.
Pisa. Yeah.
Am I allowed to swear?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Aw.
I'm sorry.
You just said yeah.
You can if it's your nature. Are you usually a dirty mouth?
Yeah, how much do you swear?
Somebody said people who curse, not you, but have it just means you have a lack of vocabulary.
Yeah, do you have
I took offense, so I dropped.
I was quoting the town though in this situation.
No, I know, Chris. No, and I'm not throwing you under the bus at all. I think you're a great guest.
Thank you. I felt that I just wanted to really encapsulate the nature of the city and speak its name as it is.
Yo, go right ahead.
Yeah, but I don't need to swear.
No, if that's what if that's what you're all about, and that's the kind of person you want to be, it's fine with us.
Yeah, that's what you're all about. That's what you're all about.
I bet you take pieces of glass and carve your initials in the top of public toilet seats too.
I play piano and I swear.
No, that's great. You married a musician. How cool is that?
No, we're in a studio and we're
She
quarantined. No, it was like really cute. It was really cute at first. No, but every day it's the drums, the guitar, the bass, the piano. It's one, and I was just like, I need one day where I don't hear an instrument. that's why I'm cat sitting a cat I'm allergic to.
You got earplugs?
Yeah, but I'm like stubborn. And
I don't get on an airplane without earplugs anymore.
You're lucky it's not a saxophone, man. We've been working with Jeremiah Watkins for so long, and we'll be just in this little green room before the show, and it's an hour and a half of. And it's just
Okay, no, that would be worse.
He was on last week, and he was great.
He's hilarious.
That guy's funny.
Dylan Sullivan. It was great. It was just a lot of fun, like today. So we're almost at the end of the items of interest, and
it's dark outside.
Yeah, it gets dark at 4:30 now.
It's just so weird because normally this is at
terrible.
1. I've never seen this.
President-elect Joe Biden said his January 20th, swearing in will be conducted in mostly a remote fashion, similar to the way the Democratic National Convention was held in August. So they're not encouraging people to come to Washington on January 20th because of the pandemic. 2/3 of Americans who are eligible to vote, 66.7%, pulled the lever in November's election. It was the highest turnout since 1900.
Jeez.
And this is a good one. I think
it's going by percentage, not by population number. Percentage of the population versus, because that's the ticket right there, right?
I don't know.
Percentage of population versus, because every year the population inflates, right?
I wouldn't assume that the population increased to the point where you would have to recalculate the percentage of people who voted. Do you, Chris? Are you saying that many more people? And people who are born, the population goes up. They can't vote anyway. You got to be 18 to vote.
Yeah, but
why
every day more people turn 18.
Okay. No, it's a good point.
People born every second.
But as soon as they start doing percentages, everything that you said goes over my head. But I know what you're saying.
That's what I was wondering. Like, are they going by the most people who ever voted, by like the number of people? Or are they going by
No, I love it.
Well, that's why everyone's been talking about like the economy. They're like everyone's like, Trump has had the worst, dip in the history of the stock market, and then Trump also brags like, I've had the highest gains in the history of the stock market. It's like both of those figures don't matter because the stock market is like 14 times what the Dow was in the 80s. Like
right.
The numbers, whoever the next president will always have all of the records because the fluctuations are going to be larger and larger as inflation happens.
Do you think, would you two travel to Austin to do this podcast?
Totally.
Oh, yeah.
Austin's got a huge music scene out there.
Yeah. No, I love it. I just stand up there. It's a great town.
This is a good one. I like this law. I think everybody does. The Federal Department of Transportation has issued revised rules that will limit animals allowed on commercial airlines to dogs trained to be service animals for a person with a disability. The ruling specifically excludes the emotional support animals that people have brought on board flights, such as cats, pigs, peacocks, and miniature horses. That's good news, huh, Redban?
Yeah, it's gotten ridiculous.
You can
ridiculous.
bring a horse?
Yeah, people brought peacocks on there, like you said.
Oh, I'm never not flying with the horse again. Oh, you messed up. It carries my emotional support in a saddle.
I have a mentally handicapped sister who was denied an emotional support animal. And I see all these people lately that are just like they have depression or something and they get to have one and they take them everywhere.
Miniature horses to fly. You may have seen that viral video of the first horse to board a plane, but only Inside Edition can show you what happened during the flight.
Look how judgmental this anchor is.
Today is a big day. Abria Hensley is going on a trip with her service animal, a horse.
Get out of here, old lady.
It's their first
Do not pet.
now that the FAA has approved miniature horses to fly.
I definitely say a big thank you to the...
Flirty is 7 years old and weighs 138 pounds. As you can see, there isn't much leg room, but no one complained.
And ladies and gentlemen,
No one complained until the horse starts shitting everywhere.
Say, what did you do? What did you do?
To help with ear pressure, Flirty chews on some pretzels.
Nobody tells anybody no in this country.
Had some turbulence, but Flirty handled it like an
Oh my
experienced traveler.
God! Who's gonna want to date that woman who owns a horse like that?
You know what?
You would have loved if
I like it. I like that we live in a country that people can Bring a horse on. Like, do it.
Really?
If they're paying for the seats, and as long as the turds aren't an issue.
Yeah, you know the turds are going to be an issue then.
That's the problem.
The
turds,
horses just shit all the time. If you go down my street, I live in an equestrian district down the street, and there's so many horses walking around. You just have horse shit everywhere.
Yeah.
They have a machine or a guy that drives around once a week to like clean up all the horse shit, but it's only once a week, so it's like half the time you have to step over horse shit. Fucking gross. Hate it. Horse shit's nasty.
Okay, but I feel like everyone would love to be on a plane and see that on their plane.
That's the reason. When I went to the pyramids, they had the what do you call that stupid animal? The
camel.
The camel rides.
Yeah.
And I said, that looks good, and maybe I'll take a. And then I said, no, I don't want to smell like camel for the rest of the day.
Yep.
Because I was riding on some mangy camel with probably.
Do camels smell bad?
Yeah, I've never smelled a camel. Do they smell like horses?
Well, they don't shower on a regular basis. They're not cleaning their underarms or anything. How?
I think all animals. Yeah, all animals.
Animals are like homeless people. They smell terrible.
It's true.
They never clean themselves.
When we went to Australia with Kill Tony, everyone wanted to go hold a koala bear. And I was like, fuck that. I'm just going to sleep. I'm not driving an hour to hold a koala bear. And they get back and they were like, it smelled like shit. I guess it's the smelliest animal. And the whole time you're just holding it and it's cute, but it just smells like 1,000 dead dicks.
They all have like chlamydia too.
Yeah. Redban was smart enough to know, hey, I'll pass on that little tour.
Yeah. I'd rather sleep.
God.
I think they're cute.
During the past 16 years, 1,800 newspapers across the United States, most of them weeklies, have shut down. With the losses growing during the pandemic, research shows that when the lone provider of local news in a community is lost, voter participation sinks and taxes rise. Why would the taxes rise? I didn't understand that.
Wait, so
when the local, I'll read it again. During the past 16 years, 1,800 newspapers across the U.S., most of them weeklies, have shut down, with the losses growing during the pandemic. So it says
then the taxes rose in the.
It says voter participation goes down and taxes rise when that happens. Why would the taxes go up?
Oh. I don't know why taxes would go up, but it makes sense that the voter turnout would go down because it's
less information.
Less information, so that maybe
less information because things get passed that make the taxes go up, and it's not informing the people.
They can get away with it. I guess.
That's exactly it is when you don't know what the bills that are being passed. Yeah. And some people just are not tech savvy, and the newspaper is how they they're not going on phones and stuff.
I mean, Brian's reading from a week-old magazine.
No, this isn't. This comes to my house. It should come on Friday. Sometimes it comes on Saturday. When they had those problems with the post office, it came on Monday. So it comes right before the next dead air. It's not terribly old, although sometimes we had a lot of time off when I was in Florida and Redban was traveling on Kill Tony and in Instagram. So there were some things that I thought was still. Anyway, this is a new one. This is a truly toxic rat. Wait till you hear this one.
God.
An African crested rat goes to extreme lengths to protect itself. A new study has found that the rat, by nibbling on branches of the poison arrow tree and spitting up the chewed matter onto their fur. Then when the rabbit-sized rodent is confronted by a predator, a hyena for example, it fluffs up its gray and black spongy hairs that hold on to the poison arrow toxins.
That's smart.
Yeah, that's great.
A dose of this poison is strong enough to kill wild dogs that get too touchy and can even bring an elephant to its knees. I don't know about that. The news research...
but just because it's a trained elephant that knows circus tricks, that's actually the trigger for the trick. You put a rat in front of it and it goes down on one knee.
I've never seen a rat that looks like this.
Wow, that's great. That's really great. That could happen. So that's this...
Where is this?
Bite at your own power. It's an African rat. To prove this behavior wasn't a one-off, researchers this time offered cuttings of the poison arrow tree to 25 crested rats in a lab setting. Sure enough, they munched on the bark and spat it onto their fur. So that's that. Thought it was interesting. Did you find that interesting?
I find it interesting. I love stuff like this.
No, yeah, it's interesting.
I was sending
How
Mariah.
many more? What?
We're almost getting to the end.
You can see. You can look at all the Hubble images online. You can see like all the Hubble telescope. Like
there's one that's on the eagle's nest. You ever seen the one on the eagle's nest? Just Google eagle's nest, and you'll see the eagle feeding all the baby eagles.
Oh, that's awesome.
Yeah.
Like from space, like it's looking down, like satellite
No,
image?
it's like mounted on the camera or something.
Oh.
I mean, not the camera, mounted on the tree someplace.
But no, I love stuff like this where it's like.
What happens when you send me the Hubble space thing?
She just said divorce. I thought it's cool. You can see they have thousands of photos.
It was pretty.
But I think that stuff's interesting.
You guys have a great marriage. You're both on the same page. Isn't that great?
It's I never wanted to get married unless someone was on the same
You have
page.
blue eyes?
That's why we did it. We're like, you
that
got blue eyes
was
too?
the real
You got blue eyes?
Yeah.
So this kid, if it ever comes to pass, is gonna have blue. Yeah, it's gonna have blue eyes and
That's why we're not having a kid. We don't want to support that.
Is that
whole...
for sure how that works?
Listen, we're enough of that. All right.
He's gonna be a good marcher.
Good marcher.
This is the Parler's porn problem. Would-be Twitter competitor Parler is being overrun by porn bots.
Parler?
Yeah.
What's Parler?
Parler's that very right-wing side,
that's right, that's
know, get off Facebook. This is our... It's like their Facebook, you know.
Yeah. I want someone else to steal my information.
Yeah.
I feel like that's everyone's getting overrun by porn bots. Porn bots are the future.
Yeah.
Right?
Mm-hmm.
For a certain kind of Dylan nut, the news may be crushing, said so-and-so and so-and-so, but the announcement that Bob Dylan has sold his entire song catalog to Universal Music Publishing Group only reaffirms that the rock legend and Nobel Prize winner has always been a savvy businessman as well as an unparalleled artist. The mind-blowing estimated price, more than $300 million is a payday he has earned by writing 600 songs across his 60-year career. Universal acquires the rights to license other artists to perform and record those tunes, but Dylan retains the rights to his own recordings. And anyway, he had already proven exceptionally open to selling the music for other uses, including to accompanying ads shilling for everything from Cadillacs, SUVs to Victoria's Secret's underwear.
Nice.
I don't mean to look at you when I said that. I'm sorry. That's.
I don't care. When do I
Oh
care
my
about
God! I'm sorry, Chris.
doesn't
When I read,
I'm fine.
I glanced over.
I'm
It's
good.
just a connection, it's just a thing that happens.
Hey, you're flying from the seat of your pants. I respect it.
And selling is what a great guy, man. I love this guy. This guy's great.
I know.
Are you a big Dylan fan?
Oh, I think he's great song, sure.
Yeah.
I don't know. I don't have any. I have no CDs of his music, but I still know the artist that he is.
Oh, I was just wait. Do you compile the? Where do you?
This
get
is
your
a magazine I get. It comes
Okay.
to my house every week.
Okay.
So I get to do what I want with it, and these are the items of interest that I've highlighted that I think the people will think are interesting. That's all.
There was a comedian in Chicago, Adam Burke, he made a really keen observation about he's like, man, Americans have the best solo artists, where the UK has the best group bands,
Right.
like Queen and Pink Floyd and stuff. But in America, you have these amazing solo acts like Michael Jackson, you have Bob Dylan, and it's weird how the culture has produced a different type of icon, and it makes you wonder what causes that. Why is America the place of the solo artist, and why is there more teamwork in the UK? Is it maybe there's more introverts or something like that?
Ask Redban.
I don't know.
Man.
But that's
No,
what it
it's
reminds
true.
me
It
of.
seems to be that way. They got that big South Korean group too.
With BT.
They're like
BTS.
big percentage of the gross national
Some
product of
lines.
the whole country. So the reason he sold it is because to own it and to license is a big headache. He'd rather just take the money and give that to his family.
As you should.
You know?
Yeah.
So you think he did the right thing, Redban?
I do, because it seems like he did it smart. Like, he retains his original recordings and stuff. A lot of these companies, like Kanye or whatever, they sold everything. So, like, what's the girl that's in the news?
Oh, yeah, Swift. Is it
Swift.
Swift?
Yeah, Taylor Swift, where they could do whatever they want. They own the recordings. Like, she
Everything.
got a bad deal. Yeah. Dylan's smart, though.
Delivery service DoorDash raised $3.4 billion in an IPO. That's initial public offering. That's when people can buy shares, priced at $102. What else?
DoorDash is the worst one.
It is.
It really
so
is.
Bad.
And DoorDash is the only one that lets the drivers see your tip before they deliver it.
I hate that.
So, like, if you're a shitty tipper, they'll
Yeah,
just,
but
like,
can't
fucking
you-
just poop in your bag or
That's
something.
good.
No, but can't.
DoorDash does that?
Yeah.
Oh, that's a terrible policy.
No. Can't you change your tip though after?
You can change your tip after.
So
Or you can
I
add some
like-
more in cash.
Right,
No,
but-
so I like to. This is evil. Never mind. Just go. Yeah.
But I like it more like Postmates, where, you know, you tip after it's done. If it's a good delivery, you tip them like you should, you know?
Yeah, but on DoorDash you can like pretend you're giving them a big tip,
Oh, I see what you're
and
saying.
then they can take care of your food.
She writes in
better.
$100 every time, and then gives him a penny. She's a monster.
No, I tip really well.
That's a good move there.
This is something.
you
This
could.
this is something that's really something else. At the tip of South America to the South Pole or Antarctica, there they say that's the roughest water in the whole wide world. The whole wide world. It would be just an exciting journey. You know, that would be like something to do. That would be like something that would be something to do. And the reason. Anyway, a cargo ship en route to Long Beach, California from China lost 1,816 20-foot containers in a violent storm last week. 64 of the containers housed dangerous cargo, including 54 containers of fireworks. So that's how rough. When a ship's that big, lose cargo. That's some rough water, and that's the water I'm talking about from South America, like to Antarctica. It's like, I don't know.
There was a ship that lost Legos, and they actually used the Legos to study tides because they were able to
Wow, that's interesting.
by the frequency of Legos showing up on certain shores.
Where did you get that item of interest? That's
I don't know. I've read it sometime.
The little
a few
plastic
years
Legos
ago.
that children play with?
It specifically was ironically it was a nautical theme. So there's like little plastic octopuses and stuff but that for a very long time but it helped to actually figure out learn
Currents.
a bit about currents and
Wow. Still washing up to the beaches.
Yeah.
Oh my word.
The irony of it being
What a-
nautical
what a-
theme.
Yeah, the
look, that's a little lifesaver.
That's so great.
The planet is alive. And this is a troubling story about our friend from Zappos. Zappos is what?
It's like a shoe site.
Yeah, it's a shoe site. I feel bad for this guy, though, yeah.
The death of Zappos co-founder Tony Heish, or whatever it's pronounced, last week appears to have been the culmination of more than a 6-month downward spiral, said so-and-so and so-and-so. And he's said to have barricaded himself inside a shed that caught fire at his home where he was staying in Connecticut. The 46-year-old had, he had a problem. He had everything in the world, and I guess he got bored. The 46-year-old had retired as Zappos CEO in August.
That's terrible.
Dang, man.
Closing, wow, he had mental problems, the poor guy, I guess. The 46-year-old had retired and then was one of the most unusual and closely studied careers in the business. He won fame for management approach that discouraged formal titles and bureaucracy, but he had
Talking about hierarchical stuff.
He had alarmed friends recently with extreme behavior, going on starvation diets and experimenting with oxygen deprivation.
Oh, it's like choking himself.
Oh, dang.
All right, we got to finish this up. We got too big.
That one's just sad.
Yeah, that one is just sad. I'm
this-
sad
This
now.
item of interest is sad. But that's like interesting that they removed titles from his businesses. Like it's
Right,
it's
I
more.
guess he wanted. He didn't want structure. He didn't want that bullshit structure. It's like IBM in the day. They all had to wear white shirts and black ties. IBM. It was like, right. It was the culture of the culture. It was like. Since now they probably loosened up a bit. It was like William. It's like William Morris. You ever go to William Morris? It's a whole different management company or agent company. There's nothing on the walls. The last time I was in there many years ago, I guess there's no. It's just very. What's the word? Like operating room. What's the word?
Sterile.
Yeah, it's like a very sterile environment. William Morris. They want to portray that professional attitude.
I think there's a lot of studies that show that the more like autonomy that you give your workforce, the more like. Fruit your
FedEx.
FedEx
FedEx
with your.
You want your employees to love you and work for you and work harder for you. Treat them well. Pay them well. These guys that are delivering Amazon packages, they should be getting just as much as UPS. What do you think, Redban?
Yeah.
So we lost Chuck Yeager, and then I'll do some. You guys probably want to get home and.
Where and what?
I don't know.
My moves.
All right, let's do a little wisdom here at the end here. This is the last thing of items of interest. Optimism. This is like 2 podcasts in one. We had Sam Tripoli, and then we have
He was funny.
Chris and Mariah. And wow. Optimism and hope are not the same. Optimism is the belief that the world is changing for the better. Hope is the belief that together we can make the world better. Something like Chris would say.
I didn't hear it. Which was it? Hope is to make.
He has ADHD.
I'm sorry. I was thinking about it. I was like, I like this format. If I come back, I would like to bring some items as well.
That'd be great. You're more than welcome. You got to bring your wife with you, though.
Oh, okay.
Optimism and hope are not the same. Optimism is the belief that the world is changing for the better. Hope is the belief that together we can make the world better.
Oh, I like that.
Yeah, that's why I said it's
Yeah.
something that you would probably have said.
Yeah.
Middle age is when you're faced with 2 temptations, and you choose the one that will get you home at 9 o'clock. That was by Ronald Reagan. Those who don't believe in magic will never find it.
Ooh.
I believe that.
Never be so focused on what you're looking for that you overlook the thing you actually find.
Yeah, don't get mired in specifics.
Like the Doors song. You're looking for something that's already found you. One of the lyrics from the Doors songs. I used to listen to a lot of Doors.
Don't you love the Doors, Chris?
I don't like the Doors, but that's a great quote.
Why don't you like the Doors?
I like the Doors.
I don't like his voice that much.
I do. I like the Doors.
Like,
I used to like the Doors, but I think that I just got sick of
I
them.
don't listen to them now, but like I
Right.
like, I appreciate it.
I'm going crazy. I'm going crazy. Stop the music. Honesty pays, but it doesn't seem to pay enough to suit a lot of people. That's a good one. The worst of progress is not that it is an illusion, it is that it is endless. And the last one, the last item of interest, beautiful young people are accidents of nature, but beautiful old people are works of art.
Oh, I like that one a lot.
I like that.
Yeah.
So
what is beauty, right? What's beauty?
Yeah. What is beauty?
So I want to thank you both for coming on Dead Air.
Thank you for having us.
I think it worked out good. I'm glad that you made it. Do you want to before we close? Do you want to pitch
plug?
Do you want to plug anything? Your websites, where people can find you? Anything at all?
I came out with an album. I guess I should plug it. It's called I Promise My Next Album Will Be Better. It's okay. It's got a few moments that are good.
It's great. Where can people get it?
It's on Spotify, iTunes, everything. It's under Chris Condren. Promise my next.
Say
album.
that one. Read
this
that.
One's this is probably better. The Hey Chase Bank on YouTube. If you just under videos, Google videos, just the first videos.
First
Hey
one that
Chase
came
Bank.
up.
Yeah. It's under Thunder Davis, and then the other one's called On Belmont. I should have called it Hit by a Car, but I didn't because I'm not good at promoting myself.
Yeah, join the club. Mariah, do you want to plug something? I don't mean anything by that.
I mean, I don't know. Did you want me? My Instagram is Mariah Drew Carey, and my other Instagram is Boobs and Beef, where you'll just find photos of different cuts of beef intertwined with photos of my boobs. And I'm now taking actual donations on there to buy me steaks. And yeah, I've made some money and I've bought some steaks from people, so that's been cool.
How good was the steak I showed you?
That Holtzman's been sending me steaks on there.
That was like a restaurant quality, the way it was cooked.
Okay, but he sent me a photo of just like plain steak, like on a plain piece of bread.
Ew.
Yeah, I made a sandwich out of it. You put some pieces in, and then you wrap it a little.
But it didn't look like a sandwich, And I was like, "What is this?"
It was like half a piece of sandwich, and you curl it like a pigs in a blanket type thing. It's delicious.
But you said there was a sauce with it, and that made sense.
I had some brown sauce. Yeah, steak is
And the
definitely
bread was
good.
buttered.
Cow is good.
Yeah, cow
Call it what it is.
Cow
Cow.
is the best. Yeah.
Redban, do you have anything you want to
nope.
transmit?
I'm good.
Anything new?
We'll probably take a next couple weeks off because I will be moving. So, but we'll be back here hopefully in a couple weeks, and then if not, Brian will be in Austin. Maybe.
Yes, it's all up in the air, and so if you want to, if a couple of weeks Dead Air is on, you can always watch previous Dead Airs. We have 45 in the bank now before the transition.
Or check out Brian's Holtzman's YouTube page, Brian Holtzman. He updates it all the time. And his battery on his phone always dies.
Yeah, I have a YouTube channel. It's called Brian Holtzman. I put up videos that I like, and if they're only for people who like them. If you don't like them, if you want a Dead Air T-shirt, you can Venmo me.
Oh yeah, I got that.
Maybe you'll put the T-shirt. It's $35 out the door. They're great for Christmas.
Nice.
And I want to. So hopefully we'll see you when we see you when we get back. So thanks for everybody that's listening, and have a wonderful Hanukkah and Merry Christmas and Kwanzaa, and just keep on keeping, and this thing will be over. And thanks for everybody being here. Thank you. Bad Ashley, play us out.